Hi there, I'm Jamie Glowacki. If you don't know me, I'm the author of Oh Crap Potty Training and Oh Crap I Have a Toddler. And I help parents with their parenting and potty training using curiosity and connection instead of coercion and compliance. Today I want to talk about the 3 things you absolutely need for potty training. So oftentimes I get so many messages, so many emails. What do I need? What do I need? And in this world where so much is available for our kids, right? As consumers, it can be easy to think that you need a lot of things. The number one thing you need, first and foremost, before anything else, is time. You must have time to potty train. The whole 3-day potty training is utter BS. Most kids take 7 to 10 days. 3 days might get you like a light at the end of the tunnel. Some kids are like pretty well done after 3 days, but the majority of kids are going to take a little bit longer. And that is realistic. I cannot stand these 3-day potty trainings. They make you think that you can take a weekend, a long weekend, and be done, and then your child can go back to daycare. So many of you guys are either single or both parents are working outside the home and have to go to work, and your child has to go to daycare. So the number one thing you want to do is look at your schedule and plan, whether it's a vacation or taking time off of work, just plan ahead, because 3 days is not enough. Very often 4 days isn't enough. 4 days, your child probably will be doing pretty well, but they won't be able to go back to daycare and be all set where the ratio isn't 1 to 1. Potty training is not a transferable skill at first, just like other developmental milestones. When your child started to walk, right, you didn't take them out on a mountain trail with rocks and roots. You knew they weren't ready for that. They were walking, they were making great progress. You were like, oh my God, this is so exciting. But you also know that they're not ready for other circumstances. Potty training is the same thing. Like, it's best learned at home, but it's not going to always just immediately transfer, no problems, to daycare or preschool. So you want to allow yourself enough time. I would say 99% of my private clientele right now is people who just didn't have enough time. They had to send their child back to daycare, and then things just fell apart at daycare. So please, that is the best gift you can give your child, is learning this in their, in their time, their own time and their pace, and not trying to rush them through it to get back to another setting. So that's first. Second, have a plan. I think you should use my book because it's my book and I think it's fantastic, but have a plan. If it's not my book, it's okay. Have a plan and make sure you kind of stick to that plan. Get your spouse on board, get anybody who's taking care of your child on board, and stick to that plan. One of my hugest don'ts is don't post on social media. Don't go looking for tips like, hey, I'm potty training my kid. Anybody got any tips? You are going to have people come out of the woodwork, and everybody is a know-it-all about this. I potty trained 2 kids, so I know what I'm doing. They potty trained 2 of their kids. That's fine. So it gets confusing, and then what'll happen is it'll shake your resolve. You'll be like, okay, I don't know. Do I use M&Ms? No, don't. Do I do this? Do I do that? So-and-so said this. So-and-so's kid was done in a day. It leads you to compare and despair, and it gets you off track. So have a plan, stick to your plan. And again, I like my book because I also do follow up. I have blogs, I have the YouTube channel, I have hundreds of reels on Instagram, I have courses, I have private consultations. If you don't use my plan, you don't have to, but be sure whoever's plan you're using has follow-up, okay? Because there's some big accounts that are swiping other people's stuff and putting it all into one program, and they haven't potty trained kids, so they don't have follow-up. And then you come to me asking me for free advice and you haven't even used my plan. So I don't like that. And the third thing I think you absolutely need is a potty chair. So a lot of parents buck up against this. They say, oh, it's gross. I don't want my kid pooping in the living room. But in the beginning stages of potty training, your little one only has like maybe 1 second when they recognize the feeling of having to go and releasing that pee or poop. So you want something in close proximity so you can get that potty chair right to them or them to it. And it should follow you around the house. You can even put it in the car for when you're traveling. So I highly recommend this. And if you feel like, no, I'm not doing that, that's okay. But I should warn you, then you're putting that all on your child. We're trying to foster them to be independent, especially if you've got yourself a little control freak. We want them to be independent with this skill as soon as possible. And that's what the little potty chair allows them to do. It also feels a lot safer to most kids than the big toilet with its flushing and it's in the bathroom. So again, if you don't want to use a potty chair, your child's going to have to be dependent on you for a good long time getting in the bathroom. You don't want a little 2.5-year-old using a step stool, managing their clothes, turning around on the toilet by themselves. It's not going to fly. So you're going to be part of that pee and poop for a while, and then your child might get a little dependent on that and you. So it's something to be cautious of. Most people that I work with privately, when we're just starting out, they will say, no, I'm not doing a potty chair. I'm like, okay. By the end of day 1, they are ordering Amazon rush order or Target, 24-hour Target, or I don't know. They're running to get a potty chair. So please be aware of that. The one thing you don't need, this is a big one. People say, what books? I want books. What books can I read to my child about potty training? You actually don't need any books, and I don't recommend it. I do recommend reading to your child, especially when they're working on a poop, right? Sometimes that can take a little longer. Sometimes pee takes a little longer to release in the beginning days. So reading to your child on the potty is perfect, but read any other book than a potty book. One of the things that makes potty training implode on itself is too much pressure. And by day 1, your child is already most likely going to be sick of the word potty. Potty. We overdo it all the time. You want to lessen the word potty in your house. That's the goal. So none of these books, I read all the books out there on potty training. They don't actually teach a child how to potty train. They're entertaining, they're fun, and parents think they want make the subject matter more familiar. Don't do it. I have found way more value in the Elmo episode of potty training and the Daniel Tiger episode of potty training. I think those are okay. I don't think you need potty books. Again, if you want them, go for it. I don't have any really that I recommend. But I find that it just is overdoing the whole concept, and your child digs in their heels. They're like, F this potty training process. I don't even want any more to do with it. This is all mom and dad are talking about. Like, I'm done. So it can really lead to a lot of resistance. So therefore, that's why I don't recommend any potty books. And that is it. Everything else, I guess I don't recommend those new things. They're kind of new. They're urinals for little boys that go they mount on a wall. They're okay, but very rarely is your child going to be in an instance where they're going to have a urinal their size. So I don't love them. I think it's one more thing to crowd your bathroom. I think you want a boy sitting down at first. So I don't think they're the best thing. I'm not going to sue you if you get one, but I just think it's just another piece of plastic in your house that's not going to be it's not going to be a dial mover in any direction. So I don't really recommend them. And other than that, most of the stuff is just extra. A travel potty chair can be really helpful, but it's not necessary if finances are crunched right now, or you just don't want another piece of plastic in your house. And anything else really, you don't really need. So time, a plan, and a little potty chair, and probably your patience. That's I guess I shouldn't minimize that, because very often I'm hearing from people on Instagram, I'm in for 6 hours and I'm so frustrated and heartbreaking. They're not getting it. And I'm like, oh my goodness, we have to give your child a minute to learn something here. So patience is totally necessary as well. All right, you guys, as always, if you like this, please like it, subscribe, and share with your friends. If you have any questions, put them in the comments and I'll be happy to try to help you out. Bye.